Welcome back to another game of the Game of Dice Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I am the designer and creator of the Game of Dice Baseball. And in this video, we're going to show you the last of this 3-game set with the LA Dodgers. Let's run through our standings really quickly. I'm not going to go through the whole standings, just going to give you who's the best teams in the league so far. The Red Sox and the Yankees are at the top of the American League. The Giants have started off with a 5-0 record. They're standing atop the National League. The Angels also at 2-1, and then a host of teams at 3-2 in the American League. Houston at 3-2. Worst teams in the league at this point are the Brewers and Twins. The Marlins have started 0-4 in the National League. The Rockies are at 1-4, so some slow starts, some quick starts. The Giants actually wound up last in the division, so we'll see if that continues to hold up throughout the year. I'm going to do the first week using these old standings here. That's their final standings. And then after that, I'm going to use whatever their standings are after the first week. So then they'll just be sort of standing on their own. All right, in this game, we're going to get right to it. This is April 30th, 1995. The Braves are at the Dodgers. They're going to face off against Ramon Martinez in this one. Martinez, a 17-game winner in 1995. Excellent pitcher. Older brother of Pedro. And best pitching duo ever? Maybe. Certainly up there in the conversation as the best pitching brothers in Major League history. So let's move through the lineups here. Same lineup for the Braves. Grissom leading off. Blauser at short hitting second. Chipper, the third hitter, is playing third base. Fred McGriff, the crime dog, is at first. He's the cleanup hitter. Dave Justice in right. Ryan Klesko in left. Javi Lopez batting seventh and catching. Lemke is the eighth place batter at second base. And Smoltz, John Smoltz, is on the hill for this getaway day game. For the Dodgers, it's going to be Delano DeShields at second, Jose Offerman at short, Raul Mondesi in center, Eric Karros hitting cleanup and at first base, Henry Rodriguez this game in right field against the right-hand hitter, Rodriguez, a left-handed bat. Billy Ashley moves down to the sixth spot in this game. He's playing in left. Dave Hansen gets a start at third base for Ingram. Carlos Hernandez is behind the plate, and his battery mate is Ramon Martinez. I think we're ready. So the Braves have taken the first two. They're looking for a sweep. LA looking for some sort of life from their offense. They've scored 2 runs in 2 games. Leading off the game is Marquise Grissom. He'll be followed by Blauser and Chipper Jones. Ramon Martinez's first pitch is going to be a strikeout. Well, not the first pitch, but the first at bat is going to be a strikeout. Let's get this out of the light there. So that will be a strikeout swinging. So good fastball. Gets it by Grissom, and Grissom is down for out number 1. Jeff Blauser hitting second, 211 average, 12 homers, and 31 RBIs in the 1995 campaign. 35 is going to be a soft grounder, and that was a 7. So that's going to be a soft grounder to the third baseman. Chipper charges it. I'm sorry, it's not Chipper, it's Dave Hansen. He charges in on it, gloves it, and gets it over to first for out number 2. 2 down in the inning. 2 quick ones for Martinez. Switch hitter Chipper Jones standing up there. His big left-handed bat right now. 23 will be a strikeout. So 2 strikeouts in the inning as he gets 2 strikeouts swinging from the Braves lineup. 1, 2, 3 go the Atlanta Braves in the top of the first. Good start for Ramon Martinez. Expecting quite the pitcher's duel here, but we'll have to see. I was expecting that from Maddox in San Francisco, and that didn't happen. So we got Smoltz on the mound, 12-7, 3.18 ERA, 192 and 2/3 innings pitched, 193 strikeouts and 192 innings pitched. That's good for a 24% strikeout percentage. Only a 9% walk percentage, so he walked 72 And he can go 28 batters. Martinez can go 29. So that's probably going to get us into the 7th inning, the 8th inning if they're pitching extremely well. It'll be DeShields, Offerman, and Mondesi against the righty John Smoltz. DeShields, a left-handed bat, 256 hitter in 1995. 25 is going to be a little line drive, and that goes out to center field. So a little looper. Coming in on it is Marquise Grissom, and he'll make the play on the run. That's going to be out number 1. Offerman stands in opposite Johnny Smoltz. Offerman, the shortstop, batted 287 in 1995. 24, that's going to be a base knock for Offerman as he goes just past the first baseman down the right field line. Cutting it off nicely is Justice, and he keeps Offerman at first base. Offerman standing at first. He's 2 out of 9 in the stolen base department. Sorry, Jose. It's not good numbers, so we're going to keep you there. Raul Mondesi might drive him in. Let's see. 16 for Mondesi. Are his hits greater than 130? They are, and so that's going to be another single. Again, this one gets past the bag at first base, and with the Offerman not good speed, he's going to stay there. And so we got runners at first and second. With 1 out, Smoltz needs a ground ball from Eric Karros. Let's see if he can get it. A 13, that's going to be a grounder, and that goes to the shortstop. So that's going to be a fielder's choice. It's just a normal ground ball, no double play. So runner's going to go to third on that, and we're going to go 6-4 as they can't turn the double play. But they do get 1, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. Karros just beats out the throw to first. Henry Rodriguez to the plate. 2 on, 2 outs. And a 24 is going to be a base hit. That's over the second baseman's head. And the Dodgers strike first blood. Runner on first goes to third. That's going to score Offerman from third. And that's an RBI single for Henry Rodriguez. Dodgers take a 1-0 lead on Johnny Smoltz. Brings up Billy Ashley, the left fielder, 237 average in 81 games played. 25, that's going to be a liner, but that's going to be a rare play. So let's see what happens on this line drive rare play. Okay, we got it here. It's going to be a 9. A 9 says a looping liner to center. The center fielder can't get it, and it drops in for a base hit. Batter safe at first. All runners advance 1 base. So that's going to be a little Texas leaguer out to center field. We're going to let him go to third because that's what we do with 2 outs. And that's going to be an RBI. So the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. So a couple of dinks and dumps and things here and there, which is, how you have to get these good pitchers usually. Brings up the 7th place hitter, Dave Hansen. 26 is going to be a strikeout. That is a rare play, though. So let's see what happens on that rare play for the strikeouts. Pull that up. And looks like page 17. So we got a rare play on a strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. The pitcher strikes out the batter on 3 straight pitches. So we're going to call that a strikeout looking. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So Smoltz gets out of it with a K, but he does give up 2 runs, and the Dodgers take a 2-0 lead in that sort of big inning for them. That's as many runs as they've scored in the first 2 games of the series. So we'll see if the Braves can respond. They got McGriff, Justice, and Klesko. 56 is going to be a fly ball. This is out to left center field. No problem there for the left fielder, Billy Ashley, as he ranges over and makes the play in left center. They finally retire Fred McGriff. I think that's the first time in about 6 at-bats that he's been retired. Dave Justice up. 25. 25 is going to be a line drive that goes to the second baseman, so he hits it hard. but he hits it right at DeShields. DeShields there to make the play. Ryan Klesko up. Braves in danger of 3 innings in a row. So let's see if they can stem that tide to 36. Is his average 299 or greater? It is. It is a base hit. First hit of the day for the Braves as he strokes one right up the middle. And that's going to be a knock for Ryan Klesko. Klesko at first with Javi Lopez, the catcher, standing in. Lopez 315 with 14 home runs in 1995. A 23 will be a strikeout. But again, this is going to be a rare play. So see what happens on this rare play strikeout. Number 8, batter strikes out, but the catcher drops the ball. The throw down to first is in time, and the batter is out. So I believe the way we score that is a strikeout, and then we say 2-3 on the out. I think that's how we do that. Either way, that's going to be out number 3. And not a 1-2-3 inning this time, but the Braves are down in the second. They strand a runner at first, and Ramon Martinez is smoking in this one. Smoltz is going to face off against the catcher Hernandez, then the pitcher, and then Delino DeShields. 55 is a home run chance. Are his home runs greater than 30? He's got 2, so they're not. But that's going to be a double. Ripped over the right fielder's head. Just a P-rod to right field. And that's going to be a double for Hernandez. Is he standing at second base? Let's get a bunt here. See if we can get over to third with less than 2 outs. Pull up our bunt chart here. That's a 3. A 1-6 is a successful sacrifice bunt, so he's going to go over to third. And we'll say sac hit there. And who does it go to? That's to the third baseman, so Chipper makes the play. 5-3. So Ramon Martinez gets high fives from his teammates as he gets to the dugout. The Dodgers with another scoring opportunity here. Delino DeShields stands in. He flied out to center field. That might be good enough in this at bat, but we'll see. 25 is going to be a strikeout, and that's not going to do the Dodgers any good as DeShields strikes out looking. That's out number 2. One more opportunity here for the Dodgers as Jose Offerman stands in. He's singled in his last at bat. 23 is going to be a strikeout. So back-to-back Ks for Johnny Smoltz as he gets Offerman and DeShields looking to end the inning. They were looking slider, and they got a fastball. So John Smoltz shuts down the scoring opportunity after the leadoff double, and LA strands yet more runners. So that's been the name of the series for them. It's going to be Lemke, Smoltz, and Grissom in this one. Against Ramon Martinez, who's pitching very well. He's given up 1 hit. He's got 3 Ks in 2 innings. Lemke is a 253 hitter in 1995. Sorry about that. Get that out of the way. We don't need you anymore. You've done your job schedule. A 36 is going to be a hard grounder. This goes right back to the pitcher. Ramon Martinez makes the throw over to first, and that's going to be out number 1. Nice play by him. Brings up Smoltz. Smoltz, not a great hitter. They all could handle the bat, but not exactly amazing hitters. Glavine the best of the bunch. Smoltz, a 107 hitter, 6 hits in only 69 plate appearances. Let's see what he does here. Probably going to hit one out of the park, right? 13 is going to be a ground ball that goes to second base. Second baseman is DeShields. He'll make the play over to first base, and that's going to be out number 2. Brings up Marquise Grissom. Grissom struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Been swinging a good stick in this early part of the season. He's going to fly out here. That's to straightaway center. No problem for Mondesi out there as he squeezes it for out number 3. That's another 1-2-3 inning for Ramon Martinez, and he is making quick work of the Atlanta Braves in this one. Smoltz will be facing off against Mondesi, Karros, and Rodriguez, the middle of the order for the Dodger lineup. A 15 is going to be a soft grounder, and that goes out to the second baseman. Lemke has to come in and grab it and throw it on the run, and that's going to be out number 1. Nice play there by the Limmer. Brings up Eric Karros. Karros, the first baseman. 298, 32 home runs, and 105 RBIs. Has been relatively quiet in this series. 26, he is going to hit a grounder, little tapper out in front of the plate. Javi Lopez jumps on it, and he's got the second out at first. And Karros goes down on a little nubber in front of the plate. Not exactly what they're hoping for from their cleanup man. Henry Rodriguez, 34. Are the batter's hits less than 100? They are. So that's going to be a hard grounder, but that's it's a rare play. So let's see what happens on this hard ground ball. All right. It's a normal. So a 10 on a hard ground ball, bouncing ball past the third baseman into short left field. The shortstop sets deep in the hole. He fires, and he gets the batter at first, 6-3. All runners are going to advance one base. Of course, no runners on board, but Blauser deep in the hole sets his foot, fires to first, and he gets Rodriguez by a step. Great play out there by Jeff Blauser, who coincidentally is going to lead off the next inning. But that's 1-2-3 for Smoltz in the bottom of the third inning, and we head to the third. It's 2-0 Dodgers. It'll be Blauser, Jones, and McGriff, heart of the order for the Braves against Cy Young candidate Ramon Martinez. I mean, he's out there. He's definitely all-star caliber pitcher. 25 to Jeff Blauser is going to be a line drive that's to right field. Coming in hard on it is the right fielder Rodriguez, and he makes a really nice play out in right field on a sinking liner. I guess we should go L9 on that. All right, brings up Chipper Jones. Chipper struck out in his first at-bat. 16 against Ramon Martinez. Are the pitcher's hits less than 240? They are, and so that's going to be a walk, not a hit, as Chipper gets on in front of the crime dog, Fred McGriff. McGriff, about as hot as any player in the majors. Had 6 RBIs in game number 2 of this series. 36 is going to be grounded hard to the first baseman. And the first baseman is Karros. He turns. He makes the throw to second for 1. And he's going to get the return back. So they're going to go 3-6-3 on that double play. And that's going to end the inning as Martinez pumps his fist. Gives his first baseman an attaboy as Karros makes a really nice play on that as McGriff grounds hard to first base, but right into an inning-ending double play. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, still 2-0 LA. This is going to be a triple chance for Billy Ashley. He has 0 triples, so that's instead going to be a single, as Ashley hits one just over the second baseman's head. And that line drive is going to be first, or actually a second hit of the day for Ashley. He's got 2 hits and an RBI. No threat to steal. So we got Dave Hansen to the plate. Got a rare play here. 56 is going to be a fly out, and we're going to experience that rare play on the fly ball. So let's see what we got. Right fielder comes in hard on a low liner. He slides feet first. He trapped the ball, so the batter is safe at first, and all the runners are safe. So that's going to be a trap and a base hit for Dave Hansen. Jammed a little bit on that one. Runner moves to second base. Oh, as Justice trapped the ball, he's arguing out in right field that he caught it, but the umpire says no. Cock's not happy. 2 on, nobody out. Smoltz in a situation here. 1-2. That's going to be a liner, but that is another. That's going to be another oddball play. Pop up to short left. The shortstop is after it. He makes the catch over his shoulder. Another nice play out there by Jeff Blauser in short left field. So we're going to go P4 on that. And that's going to be out number 1. All the runners are going to hold as the catcher Hernandez pops out. Let's get another sacrifice here. It's 1-6. It's a good sacrifice, so it is. So we're going to sacrifice hit and just move those runners up a little bit. So they're going to go to second and third on the sacrifice. Let's see where that goes. That'll be a 2. So that's going to be the catcher. So right out in front of the plate, we're going to go 2-3. That's the only play he has. Lopez has. Good bunt. So the runners are moved up. Nice job by Martinez. Martinez is really playing well in this one. And 2 on the pond, 2 out. And let's see if Smoltz can get out of this one. A 23 is going to be a deep fly ball. That's a shot from Delano DeShields to dead center. Going back on it with his back to the infield is Marquise Grissom. He reaches up at the last minute, and he'll make the play in center field, saving 2 runs and maybe a triple on that one. Really nice play out in center field by Marquise Grissom. And that's going to end the inning. The Braves get out of that jam. Good job by Smoltz. And the Dodgers did what they could. Almost got the big hit, but just couldn't fall in. Chased down by Marquise Grissom. Brings us to the top of the 5th inning. It'll be Justice, Klesko, and Lopez. A 24 is going to be a deep fly ball. That is a rare play. Let's see what happens on this big fly. Fly ball deep, and we got a 7. Center fielder is fooled on this deep line drive, and the ball goes over his head. The batter's going to wind up at second base. So the center fielder, Mondesi, was fooled on the line drive, and Justice is going to pull up into second base with a double. So tough play out there in center. Puts Justice at second. Runner in scoring position already for the Braves. And they desperately need to string together a few hits. Let's see if Klesko can help them. A 35 is going to be a fly ball. That's to straightaway right. The play is made out there by Rodriguez in right field. Could move up. Justice has 4 stolen bases. That puts him in what? We have our extra base chart, so we can actually take extra bases based on this chart, but that puts him here. There's a 30% chance of him making the out. That would be not the first or third out. So let's go ahead and roll against that. We'll keep that here so you can see. We'll roll against this. He only had, Justice had 4 stolen bases. 4 stolen bases for the year. So that's going to put him in this first category of stolen bases less than 5. You can see here he's got 3 holds. He's got 4 safes and 3 outs. So we're really taking a chance here. A 6. He is going to be safe at third base. So he moves up on the F7. Nice job there by Justice. Always holding my breath a little bit when these guys start taking off and running. So that was a fly ball to right. He runs on Henry Rodriguez and winds up at third with 1 out. Chance for the Braves to put 1 on the board. A 1-3, that's going to be a foul out. That goes to 5. I believe that will be to the third baseman. It will be, as Lopez pops it up down the third base line. In pursuit is the third baseman, Hanson. He'll make the play in foul territory. That's 2 down. Runner holds. Let's see if Lemke can drive a run home. He grounded back to the pitcher in his first at-bat. 34, this is going to be a chance. Are his hits less than 100? Oh, he's got just enough. That's going to be a base hit for the Lemmer, as he gets a knock right down the third or the first base line. First baseman playing off a little bit, and that's going to squirt right over the bag. That's going to be a single, and the Braves get on the board with an RBI there. So not that one. RBI single from the Limmer brings up John Smoltz. Got a runner at first base. Lemke not a real threat to steal. Still plugged in here. Always got to be checking my mic, make sure it's plugged in. A 34 is the pitcher's average greater than 299? It is definitely not, so that's going to be a strikeout for Ramon Martinez as he gets Smoltzy swinging. Nasty slider. And that's going to be out number 3. The Braves do get on the board. They cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. LA over Atlanta as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Nice pitcher stool here. Didn't expect anything less really from these two pitchers. Smoltz not with a great record, 12-7, but 3.18 ERA in 1995. He goes back out to the mound against Offerman, Mondesi, and Karros. Let's see if we can shut down the middle of the order. Are the hits greater less than 100 for Offerman? They're not, so that's going to be a base knock for Jose Offerman. Little ground ball through the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. Offerman stands at first. Again, not much of a threat to steal here. We're definitely not going to bunt with Raul Mondesi, the right fielder. 26, that's going to be a ground ball with an asterisk, so that's going to be 2. As that's a grounder hit to the third baseman. Chipper's going to go around the horn on that one. So we go 5-4-3, and that's going to be 2 outs. That takes all the runners off the bases. Nice play there by Chipper as he took a step to his left, fired to second, Lemke to first, and they're now 2 down with nobody out. Eric Karros to the plate. Karros is 0 for 2. He did score a run back in the first inning. 15 is going to be a soft grounder that's over to the first baseman. He has to go to his right a little bit, does McGriff. Flips it to the catcher covering, or pitcher covering. That would be something if the catcher was covering. But pitcher covers, and that's going to be 3 up, 3 down for the Dodgers. Actually, I guess it's not technically 3 up, 3 down. But we get out. It's 2-1, and we head to the top of the 6th inning. We got a triple chance here from Marquise Grissom. He had 3, so he does have triples greater than 2, and that's going to be ripped to the right center field gap. Nobody's going to get that one for a while, and Grissom with his speed makes it easily to third, standing up, and the Braves are back in business. A 22, are the players' doubles greater than 30? His doubles are 16, so that's just going to be a single. But that'll be a run-scoring single, and that's actually going to tie the ball game as Blauser hits one up the middle, and that's going to tie the ball game. Marquise Grissom comes in, and just like that, we have a 2-2 game. All right. Chipper Jones stands in batting left-handed against Martinez. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. We're going to get an error chance here. What are his balks like? His balks are 0. So we're actually going to get an error chance here, and that goes to 5. So we're going to call that an E5 as the third baseman Hansen can't handle the ball, and that will push the runner to second base. Instead of an opportunity for a double play, Chipper Jones gets on via the error. He's been on every way that you can get on except for a hit. 2 runners on. Still nobody out in the inning. And Martinez on the ropes. This is a 15. Are the pitchers, is his K percentage greater than 20? It is not, actually. Not a huge strikeout pitcher. So this is going to be a walk. And that's going to load the bases. Tommy getting a little nervous over in the LA dugout as McGriff gets on via the walk in front of Dave Justice. Justice with a double and a run scored in his last at-bat. Bases loaded, nobody out. We're going to play the infield in, actually. Let's go and play the infield in on this one, just to, not just for practice, but to cut down the run at home. It's what I would do, I'm sure. Tommy Lasorda would do exactly what I would do, right? All right, you know you're going to be in a pitcher's duel with the Braves. So let's get this. We've got bases loaded, nobody out, and we have a 13. A 13 is going to be a foul out. That's to the third baseman. So Justice slams his bat on the ground as he fouls out to third with the bases full and nobody out, and Justice fouls out down the third baseline. Hansen squeezes it for the third or first out of the inning. Still got the infield in, trying to cut down that run at home. Another, oh, it's a 23. A 23 is going to be a strikeout. So just like that, Ramon Martinez helps himself, and that'll be out number 2. As Klesko strikes out looking, Martinez got him on the hook. Bringing the infield back. 2 down now. Bases loaded. Base hit could blow this one open. Javi Lopez is up. A 36. Is his average greater than 299? It is, and that's going to be a base hit. That'll be a 2 RBI base hit for Javi Lopez as he busts this one wide open, and it's going to be a 4-2 lead now for the Braves. Going to third base is Fred McGriff. Coming home is Chipper and Blauser. And just like that, it's 4-2. Lasorda going to keep his starter out there. See if he can get out of this inning. We have Lemke siding. This is going to be a 46. 46 is a grounder, but it's a rare play grounder. So let's see what happens on this. Could be some kind of funky something. A 3. It's bounced high off the plate. The third baseman waits for it. Makes a quick throw to first. The batter is safe with an infield single. So Lemke beats out the infield single. Or beats out the hit. And going to go to second base there. All the runners advance. On the chopper coming home is going to be Fred McGriff. With 2 outs, he's running. And so that's going to be an RBI. 3 runs in the inning, 4 runs in the inning for the Braves. They've taken a 5-2 lead on Ramon Martinez. Brings up Johnny Smoltz. Smoltz 0 for 2. Grounded out and struck out in this one. There's a 36. 36 is going to be a hard grounder right back to Martinez. Martinez gloves it and gets it over to first for out number 3. So that ends the inning, but not before the Braves put up 4. They've put up 5 in the last 2 innings and taken a 5-2 lead over the relatively offensively challenged Dodgers. All right, we got a 15, and a 15 is the K percentage greater than 20. It is, and so that's going to be a strikeout. Looking for Smoltz as he gets the first out of the inning. Facing off against Henry Rodriguez, Billy Ashley, and Dave Hansen. 1 down, Billy Ashley to the plate. He's 2 for 2 in this one. 13 is not going to be a hit. That's going to be a grounder out to Blauser at short. Nice and smooth over to first, and that's going to be out number 2. Dave Hansen stands in. Hansen, the third baseman, has made a couple of nice plays on some foul outs. He is 1 for 2 at the plate. 25 is going to be another strikeout for Smoltz as he gets Hansen looking on the fastball. Perfectly placed on the corner. Hansen can't believe it. And he is going to sit down for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers in the bottom of the 6th. We are going to lift Ramon Martinez. Let's bring in Rudy Cianez, who would later become a Brave. And let's see if he can deal with the Brave lineup. Okay, so we got a new pitcher here, and that's going to be Cianez. Big right-hander, through gas as a young person. Didn't always know where it was going. Martinez goes 6 innings. Gives a sort of 6 strong, but the offense just, again, hasn't showed up. 23 will be a strikeout, so Cienez gets a strikeout. That's going to be a strikeout swinging. Second K of the day for Marquise Grissom. That's out number 1 for the Braves in the 7th. Cienez facing Blauser. Blauser, the right-handed hitter. He's 1 for 3 with a line out. He had a single and a run scored in his last at bat. Came home on the 2 RBI single from Javi Lopez. 16 are the pitcher's hits greater than 140. I can't imagine there's even a possibility, so that's going to be a walk. And Blauser gets on via the walk. So second time in a row, Blauser's been on base. Every time he's been on base, it's been good for the Braves. Let's see if it continues to be so. 35 will be a soft grounder. That's right back to the pitcher. So he has to kind of bounce off the mound. The only play is to first, and he makes it. But that's going to push the runner to second base on the fielder's choice. Blauser standing at second, another scoring opportunity for the Braves as the crime dog, or I'm sorry, did we miss one? That was Chipper. Chipper grounds out. So Fred McGriff stands in with another RBI opportunity. Let's see if he can cash in. 26 is going to be a grounder, but this is going to be a ground ball with a rare play. So let's see what happens on that. I guess I should say an unusual play, not a rare play, because the rare plays happen all the time, right? Grounded to third. It's off the third baseman's glove. The shortstop picks it up, fires to first, and the batter is out at first. Great play by the shortstop Offerman to get McGriff. So we're going to go 5 to 6 to 3 on the putout, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. Heads up play there by the shortstop Offerman backing up as it went off of Hansen's glove, and he makes the good throw to first to get the crime dog in out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Johnny Smoltz still in the game. He can go 28 batters. He's at 26 right now. We'll see how much he can be pushed. He's up 5 to 2, and we'll see if he can preserve the lead. This is a 44. That's a ground ball to who? That's a grounder to short, and the shortstop is Blauser. He's over to first, and a routine play for out number 1. Let's get a pinch hitter in there. So let's throw him out of here, and you're out of there. So let's get a pinch hitter in for the Dodgers. As well bring in Ingram. Ingram's been playing. Actually, let's get Mitch Webster. Put Mitch Webster in there. 179 average, not great. I remember Mitch Webster with the Cubs. I don't really remember him playing for the Dodgers, but we got a Webster sighting here. That's going to be a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. We'll have a new pitcher coming out for the Dodgers right here. So Mitch Webster against Johnny Smoltz. 179 average in 54 games played. 24 is going to be a deep drive. This is to straightaway right field. There's plenty of room out there for Justice, and he'll settle under it just short of the warning track. Webster gives it a ride, but stays in the ballpark. Smoltz breathes a sigh of relief as he got away with one there. 2 down and nobody on. A 44 is going to be another grounder. This time it goes to the third baseman. Yes, and that's going to be a grounder to Chipper Jones. The pick, the fire to first, and that's the third out. 3 up, 3 down go the Dodgers in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nice recovery from Smoltz. Had a tough first inning, but like most great pitchers, if you don't get to them early, you're not going to get to them, and that's exactly what's been happening here. Let's bring in Antonio Osuna. Osuna pitched well in Game 1. We'll bring him back here in Game 3. Cienez goes 1 inning. And Osuna, the right-hander, will be facing off against Justice, Klesko, and Javi Lopez. 34 is the pitcher's average greater than 299. It's not, and so that's going to be a strikeout for Osuna. Although we have a rare play on a strikeout. Don't get that too often. So let's see what that is. It's a 6. A 6 on the strikeout rare play. Close pitch, but the umpire calls a ball. The pitcher says the wrong thing to the home plate umpire, and he gets tossed. So we need to get a new pitcher. Sorry, Ozuna. You didn't even get one out. So we're going to go that way. All right. Let's bring in Greg Hansel. Yeah, it's a good thing Tommy's got enough pitchers here. Lasorda not happy with the situation. He loses a pitcher on one pitch, basically. Dave Justice is still up there, facing off against Greg Hansel. A 35. 35 is going to be a soft grounder, and we have a rare play here, unusual play on the soft ground ball. So let's see what we got. A 7. Slow roller past the mound. The shortstop has it. He can't get it out of his glove, and so the batter's going to be safe at first, and that's going to be a base knock for Dave Justice. A little tapper past the mound, and Offerman couldn't get it out of his glove, and so that's going to be a little single. We'll call that an infield single. So Dave Justice standing at first base. Ryan Klesko at the plate. Klesko is 1 for 3. Here's a 66. A 66 is a home run chance. Oh my goodness. Greg Hansel leaves one out over the plate. Look at his home runs per 9, 2.3. Ay, caramba. And he leaves it out in front of Klesko. Klesko gets the bad head on it, and that one is crushed to straightaway left. And that's going to bring in 2. So he comes in on the home run, and Klesko with a 2-run shot here in the 8th inning is going to put this one away for the Braves. They now lead 7-2, and Javi Lopez stands in. Lopez, a catcher. 25 for Javi is a line drive. That's going to go to first base. Actually, is that right? That's a line drive to the shortstop, so he hits it hard to Offerman. But Offerman will make the out, and that's going to be out number 1. Mark Lemke stands in, batting left-handed against the right-handed Hansel. Hansel trying to recover from that 2-run homer from Klesko. 35 is going to be a soft grounder. He gets some soft contact out to shortstop. Offerman will make the play to first as he has to come in hard on it. And he gets the Lemmer at first. We're going for a complete game here for John Smoltz, so we're just going to leave him out there. I know that he can throw them. We got a 10. 55 are his home runs per 9 less than 0.4. They're not, and so that's actually going to be a home run from Johnny Smoltz. Look at that. Did Smoltz have any home runs? He didn't have any home runs, but he was 6 for Smoltz. He lays into one, and where did he hit it? He hit it out to left center field. So that's going to be a home run there. He gets an RBI, and everybody's hitting. It's now 8-2. Atlanta over LA. This is a 24. It's going to be another deep drive, this time out to right center field, but tracking it down is Raul Mondesi in right center, and he's going to make the catch for the 3rd out. Hansel, not such a great performance there. The Braves put up 3 more, and that's going to be an 8-2 lead for Atlanta as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning. Smoltz still on the mound. 15, and the 15 is going to be a soft grounder. That's to third base. Chipper has to come in hard on it. He bare hands it. He throws it to first, and that's a close play, but it is out at first as he gets the speedy Offerman. Raul Mondesi to the plate. He is 1 for 3. A 35 is going to be a soft grounder. This, again, to Chipper. I'm sorry, that's to the first baseman. So McGriff gloves it, tosses to the pitcher catching, and that's going to be out number 2 on the soft contact. That probably, I guess, should have been 2 to the first baseman, but we'll be okay. Brings up Eric Karros. Karros 0 for 3. He's got 3 groundouts. 34 is the pitcher's average greater than 299. It is not, and so that's going to be yet another strikeout as he gets Karros looking. First strikeout of the day for Karros. And number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for John Smoltz. 24% strikeout percentage, which was pretty high back then. Average was about 16 for the league. So we head to the top of the 9th inning. Greg Hansel, you're just going to stay out there. Hope you make it, buddy. 14, that's going to be a fly ball. That's out to right center field. Mondesi ranges over, and he'll make the play for out number 1. Jeff Blauser down as the first man of the inning. Chipper Jones stands in. Jones is 0 for the day, 0 for 3. Here's a 66, and that is yet another one that Hansel leaves out over the plate, and Chipper knows exactly what to do with that one as he drills it down the left field line. And that's going to be a line drive homer to left as Chipper Jones goes yard to the opposite field. Braves take a 9-2 lead now with Freddie McGriff up to the plate. 35 is going to be a soft grounder right back to the pitcher. Hansel alert, makes the play to first, and McGriff is out. And one more batter left. Let's see if Hansel can get out of this. Dave Justice to the plate. Justice with a single and scored on the home run in his last at bat. 23 is going to be a strikeout as Hansel ends his day on a decent note, and that's going to be a strikeout looking for Justice. That will end the inning, but the Braves do put one more on the board, so it's 7, 8, 9-2, and we are headed to the bottom of the 9th inning. Smoltz is going to try to finish this one out with a complete game. Not a shutout, but he's been shutting them out since the first inning. Here's a 56. 56 is a little fly ball out to right field. That's a can of corn for Dave Justice, and he'll make it for out number 1. Henry Rodriguez is down in the game. He finishes the game 1 for 4. Billy Ashley. Ashley is 2 for 3. Here's a 15. A 15 is going to be a soft grounder out to Lemke. A little 12 hopper that Lemke comes in on, tosses to first, and he gets Ashley at first base for out number 2. Dave Hansen, third baseman, is up for the Dodgers. A 36. 36 is going to be grounded hard, but right to first base. McGriff is going to end this one as he steps on the bag himself, and that is all she wrote for the Dodgers. So Smoltz, after a tough first inning, settles himself, throwing up zeros for the rest of the game. He's got a complete game win, and that's going to be a 9-2 winner for the Braves. So the Braves go into Los Angeles, and they sweep the Dodgers, looking like maybe it would be a little better game as the Dodgers held a 2-1 lead going into the 6th. But the 6th inning, it all unraveled for Ramon Martinez as he started with an leadoff triple from Marquise Grissom, a single from Jeff Blauser, then an error on the third baseman, a walk, loaded the bases. Thought we were going to get out of it with 2 quick outs, and then Javi Lopez comes up with 2 outs and hits the 2-run single, followed by Mark Lemke with the high chopper RBI infield hit, scoring McGriff from third, and then they finally get out of it with a little comebacker to the pitcher. But the damage had been done at that point, and it was 5-2. The Braves never looking back, getting a 2-run home run from Klesko, followed by a home run from Smoltz, followed by a home run from Chipper Jones, and it was just the onslaught was on at that point. This is the game of dice baseball. The Braves are now 3-2 as they started 0-2 against the Giants. They have swept the Dodgers and got themselves back to above 500. So looking on the bright side, as they continue their West Coast swing, I'm not exactly sure who's next. I don't know if they're playing San Diego or Arizona. Not sure exactly where they're going right now, but the next game will be the next game. This is game number 5 out of 162, playing a full season replay with the 1995 Braves. And if you go to thegameofdicebaseball.com, which you can see right here, thegameofdicebaseball.com, you can learn more. You can purchase any of the seasons that are available. I'll be posting 1995 this season pretty soon. But we have 65, 67, 68, 69, 70, 72, 75, 77, and 79. So quite a few seasons. What is that? 10 seasons that we have available. And so you can go and pick those up now. Each of the game engines is sort of calculated based off of that decade. So you're playing basically with the 60s teams in a 60s sort of run environment. Same thing with the 70s. Same thing with this 90s game engine. I've manipulated it a little bit to have a little bit more offense and home runs especially. But also in some ways to cut down on some of the home runs because there are a lot more people with 8 or less home runs than in other years. So some of the other ones, this is like a home runs less than 5. So we manipulated some of those results just a little bit. Same thing with wild pitches and some other things. So just trying to see if nudging here or there is going to create a little bit more offense, and it definitely has in this game. You're going to get a lot more low-scoring pitchers battles in the 60s and 70s games. So each of these seasons is $7 a piece right now. You can get some of these seasons over 2,000 cards, individual cards. Definitely with this 95 season, you get a lot of players. This is just 2 teams right here. So you can see how thick that is in my hand. So that's just the Dodgers and the Braves if you printed everything off. And you get everybody. You get all the guys who just, and then you get batter cards. That's a Rudy Cianez batter card. He had 1 plate appearance. You can see he was 0 for 1. He struck out. And so you can play as played replays very well because you have all the players at this point. You'll get the game guide with all of the charts. So it's got all the charts that you need with the rare, unusual play charts, got stealing charts. The very last page has the extra bases chart. So that comes with everything you need. Not super extensive in terms of instructions because it's a pretty intuitive game. You have your engine, your game engine, you have your player finder. If you need help with what some of these symbols mean, you can look right here, and it's got a little glossary. You get all the players with all their stats. You're going to learn a ton about all the different players during whatever season that you choose. You can see that the game plays quickly and it plays well. It rolls very simply. All you need is a couple of D6 dice. They don't need to be different colors. You're going to read the low number first, and you need some sort of decider die. A D6 is as good as anything. That's what I have listed here. So you could do a 1 to 3 for the batter, 4 to 6. If you had a D10 and that's all you had, you just do 1 to 5, 6 to 10, or 0 to 4, 5 to 9. However you want to do it with your decider die, whatever you feel comfortable with. You could have a blank and a dot. It doesn't matter. And if you want to do the simulation chart, the simulation chart is not on the Game of Dice Baseball. Maybe I'll just have to put it on there. Right now you can download it free at the onbasebaseball.com website. And you can see here, if you download the digital file, you can actually get a link to the science behind that. It uses Bill James's log 5 method that he created. And so it's sort of an adaptation of that, and then I adapted it for a 1 to 100 roll. So it makes it a little bit easier to just kind of figure everything out. But basically you take the away team along the x-axis, the home team along the y-axis, And then where the two meet, you just choose the closest one to whatever their final, or if you're not using a final, whatever their winning percentage is, you match it against the home team's winning percentage, and then where those two things come together is the roll for the home team. So if it's a 500 team against a 500 team, they meet here, and it's a 50-50 roll. If it's a 500 team against a 400 team, they meet here, and it's a 1 to 60 chance for a win for the home team. So that means it's a 40% chance of a win for the away team. And so you roll against this number for the home team. If it's higher than 60, that's a win for the road team. If it's less than 60 or 60, then that's a win for the home team. So pretty easy to figure out and pretty easy to go through. You could actually simulate a whole season like that. It would be kind of interesting. I found that the results are pretty accurate within 3 to 5 games on either side. Is the accuracy. You're definitely going to get the flavor of the team. So if you have a team at a 640 winning percentage, they're definitely going to wind up pretty close to that in the end. They may not beat the teams that they beat in the regular season. The results may be all over the place as far as who they beat or who they lose to, but their final winning percentage is going to be in that as well. So it'll be interesting to see how these standings play out, and we'll just kind of keep them running on the side and then play out the actual Braves games here. But the Braves, standing up there, the Mets are, I believe, 3-1. So where do we stand here? This is Atlanta goes to 3-2, and the Dodgers go to 2-3. So the Dodgers started 2-0, beat Florida 2 games, I believe, and then they've dropped 3 in a row to the Braves. So the Braves are at 3-2, New York at 3-1. Oh, that's the Yankees. The Mets are on here somewhere. Mets are at 3-2. Who else? The Marlins are at 0-4, and there's one more team in the East. Oh, Montreal. Where's Montreal? Montreal at 2-3. So tied with the Mets for first place now at 3-2 are the Braves after the sweep of the LA Dodgers. So that's going to be it here from Chavez Ravine in Los Angeles. The next game will come to you from wherever it comes from. And if you haven't clicked subscribe, then click the subscribe button. And then if you click the little bell icon, you'll be notified when new videos are posted. You won't have to sort of wonder if new videos have been posted. Wonder, not wander. And, check it out on the Sports Simulation and Replays Facebook group. I usually post there, and one of the baseball channels on Facebook. If you have any comments or questions about the game, just leave them down in the comments section below. If you like the game, if you love the game, tell somebody about it. Share it with somebody. Share the game that you've been playing, even if it's just sharing the box score. That way people can get a feel for, hey, this game is actually pretty realistic. Because I think that's really, with new games, one of the first things that people want to know. Gamers want to know that. How realistic is it? Is it kind of whacked out, or does it actually play and feel like a real baseball game? I think you're going to get some low-scoring games. You're going to get some high-scoring games. You're going to have pitchers who struggle, and you're going to have pitchers who do well. At this point, Maddox has struggled. Ramon Martinez was going fine, but, he's facing the World Series champs. So there's a lot of pitchers in these games that are going to struggle because you're facing Chipper Jones, McGriff, Justice, and Klesko with Javi Lopez coming up after them. And you just got a lot of hitters throughout the lineup here, and there's a lot of power that goes on. And you see that on display in these games that I've been playing, especially with McGriff, Jones, McGriff, and Justice. And then Klesko he had 23 bombs in that year as well. Even Javi Lopez with how many home runs did he hit? Lopez with 14 home runs and 300 at bats. So there's plenty of pop in this lineup to go around. And then you've got the 3 starting stud pitchers, plus you've got Merker and Avery, good left-handers in those 4 or 5 spots, and they were a loaded team. They were ready and poised to win this one, and I feel like I'm playing with the advantage team here. But that's what I wanted to do. So we'll see if they win the series again. But they played really well here at LA. Uh, if you bought the game and you play in some of the older seasons, if you would just go and leave a review back at the website, you should get an email cranked out to you a week or two after you purchase the game. Just follow that link and go let the world know what you think, especially if you like it. But if you didn't like it or care for it, tell people what you think there too. I'm not going to edit any reviews or anything like that if you didn't like how it played. That way you can leave a review for the buyers on the website, and I'm sure if you're a gamer who goes out and buys games, you appreciate having people speak into the game and what it plays like and what you think about it. So just go and leave a review, and for whatever season that you purchase. You can do it for any season that you purchased. You should get a link to that. So just follow the link and write a review. You can give it a star rating, and you can leave a little bit of a message about what you liked or didn't like, or maybe it's a mixed message. I like these things, but not this. And just let people know what you think. That's super helpful for the consumer. It's helpful for me to get some feedback as well. If you leave good feedback, I'm probably going to use that in some marketing. So just know that what you leave can leave a lasting mark on the game and its future. If you don't want to buy the game, you don't want to do anything monetarily, but you do want to support the game, super easy. Just click the thumbs up, and that really helps this game. It helps these videos to be noticed in the YouTube algorithm. I do everything I can that I know of to get this out in front of people, but you taking some action like that seems like a little small nothing. But in the grand scheme of the way that YouTube works, it actually helps quite a bit. So just give it a little like. If you share it, that would be even better. And if you subscribe, that's even better. So every action that you take on this channel is super helpful. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down in the whatever game you're watching, and I'll get to those very quickly, usually within a day. All right, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. We got a 9-2 win for the Braves against Los Angeles. The next game will be game number 6 in this 162 game season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.